Hello to all of my Libras. Welcome back to my channel and make sure that you subscribe before you leave. That way you'll never miss out on another video. I do pick a cards, I do spells, rituals, full moon, new moon readings, so you don't want to miss out. But for all my returning subscribers, thank you guys for supporting me for so long. You guys are my true tribe because we're all Libras. I'm also a Libra. But let's get into some messages. I'm going to be pulling from an oracle card first. We're going to get into 2023. I have not shuffled yet, so we're just going to dive right in. The first card that comes up for you guys is Empower Yourself. Tune in to your personal power. You're more than able to handle the situation that is facing you. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person you're capable of being. So Libras, you have this unique ability to look at both sides. You have this very special way where you can see the side of an enemy. Like you can show compassion, and you have this unique just way that you can understand people. Even the people who have hurt you, you understand them in a way that no other zodiac sign really can. Now, what I see in 2023 though is this might have been something that was debilitating for you. The fact that you can show compassion to people who have hurt you or done you wrong, you showed compassion. But in 2023, this becomes an asset. It becomes something that is going to propel you forward. It's going to move you forward. And it's going to empower you. And it's going to have you help you. It's going to help you have the upper hand in a lot of situations. I also see spirit guides, two specifically very big, strong, masculine spirit guides that are going to be near you, that are going to be helping you. These spirit guides are going to be maybe an ancestor of yours, or maybe energy that you work with, but it is very masculine, both of them. The next card that comes up is Dancing in the Rainbow. Break free from whatever you feel is holding you back and express happiness. Find out what you truly desire. Libra, this is so hard for you. This is hard because you always just try to see all sides. You try to balance everything out, and you're just like, I don't want to be too much in this part of my life. I don't want to be too much in this part of my life. Or if I'm enjoying this part of my life so much, am I neglecting this part of my life? Libra is always filled with what ifs. And if this and if that. And it's sometimes, I don't want to say it's a natural part of who we are, but because it's not, you don't want to affirm that you can't balance yourself out, but Libras have a tougher time sometimes to balance themselves out. But what I see next year for you, a lot of you guys, is coming out of something, whether it was some kind of trauma or like something you couldn't forgive or move past. You're coming out of something like that. A lot of you guys I see thriving next year, thriving when it comes to being happy. I see travel. I see like childlike expression, like laughing more. I see a lot of you guys really embracing who you are. I do also see a lot of you guys coming out to your parents, loved ones, family members, just like embracing who you truly are and telling people about who you truly are. That's a big thing. If you see both of these cards, they're both facing to the left. And that is telling me you are headed more towards your feminine nature, which means you're showing more sides of yourself that are nurturing and kind and gentle and softer. Maybe the previous year you felt more aggressive, or like just reacting to situations very quickly. But next year it's different. It's like you're more of a zen, cool, like chilled out, um, laid back type of an energy that I see from so many of you guys. And it's because you're just being who you are. That's who you are. Libras are very laid back, chill, just like compassionate, understanding, seeing all sides, and that's who you are. And I see you going into that energy so much more next year. The next card that comes up is setting up perimeters. So assess your relationships and determine how they are aligned with your goals. Setting boundaries requires an honest evaluation of your present relationships. So, Libras. Libras, okay, so we tend to let people that we love walk all over us. And it's just sometimes we think that we're being nice, or we're just showing love, or whatever the reason may be. But it's very important for a Libra specifically to create limits and boundaries in relationships. So like you need to let it be known, like, hey, this is a big fat no for me. This is something I don't want. This is something that is a deal breaker. Or you tell them, like, you know, what's on your mind, whatever your boundaries and your perimeters are. But next year, I feel like a lot of you Libras, you're coming into your own skin, you're feeling beautiful, you're looking beautiful. A lot of you guys, I feel like, are going to get like beauty procedures being done, whether that be plastic surgery or like a facial, finally getting a facial that you wanted for so long, or something like beauty related. You're going to be paying a lot more attention to that Venus aspect of yourself. And that Venus aspect of yourself, Venus represents beauty and charm and allure and lust, and so a romance and stuff like that. So you're really tapping into that energy, and the way you're tapping into it is going to give you confidence. I see a lot of you guys coming into confidence in whatever body type you are. If you guys hear that, my cats are playing. It's raining outside, so the cats are locked in and they just like to play. But nothing in the reading is coincidence. So the fact that if you guys heard that noise, right? That's not coincidence, that's synchronicity. So it's telling me there's a spontaneous energy that I see a lot for a lot of you guys next year. Just being spontaneous. Pointing somewhere on the map of the world and then flying over there. Like spontaneous like that. Like you're really sharp in just being random, like just randomness next year, okay? So keep that in mind. A lot of you guys are going to be experiencing that. Okay, we're going to get into some tarot. Let's see what else comes up for you guys. I see a lot of you guys coming out of your bubble, out of your comfort zone, popping it straight open, popping that bubble straight open, like you're coming out of it, and you're coming out of it strong and fierce because you want to experience something new next year. And you have the support of two very masculine spirit guides here. The next card that comes up is the Five of Swords. So I'm going to take upside down cards today. This card did come upside down, so we're going to leave it upside down. It's this feeling where you were feeling like you were attacked. I want you to see something very specific here. Do you see how the sharp edge is down and you're like holding it? Like you have the power over the sharp edge, whereas before the sharp edge was coming down on you, right? But now you have the power of the sharp edge. And now you get to direct it in any way that you want to, Libra. Look at that. Do you see that? That's amazing to me. And then to confirm it, it's the same shape, different fish right there in the next card. So it's like this feeling where you felt like you were being attacked or talked about or gossiped about. Maybe you had evil eye on you. But next year is different. Next year, I feel like you are grabbing that sharp thing or that negativity or whatever it was. You're grabbing that by the horn, by the sharpest point, and you are turning it into something. And that's what a Libra is good at. You guys are what is it? Alchemist. You guys are alchemists. And so don't forget that. The Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, walking away from something that was emotionally draining you guys, Libra. Coming out of it so full force next year. Something that's draining you. You're coming out of it so full force. And it's going to be like a drastic change for a lot of you Libras. You're coming out of something. But it's good. It's really good for you to come out of this place where you were feeling trapped. You were feeling like you couldn't be yourself. You were feeling like you were being drained. You're feeling like nobody respected your boundaries. So a lot of you guys, Libras, this next year is going to be liberating. Very liberating. The next card that comes up is the Ten of Wands upside down. This is one of the best cards you could get upside down. The Ten of Cards, when it's right side up, it's like signifying that you're carrying a burden. A burden that it might have just gotten too heavy for you to carry. But I mean, there's a little story that goes with this card. Like, say you need to build a house, right? You have no other resource. Your only thing is to collect wood and to go build that house. So you're going to collect all the wood, and you're going to have to take it on your back or on a sled or on something, right, to your location and then build the house. So that hard, heavy work that you're doing, in the end, it's for shelter and warmth and like your own space and your own, like, you know. And so that's kind of where this reading is going. The heavy load that you were carrying on your back, that the heaviness that you were carrying, next year is turning over, where you're going to get to experience the shelter that that heavy load provided. Like the example I just gave you, like if you're carrying all this wood to that location because you have to build a house for warmth and shelter, right? You're carrying that, but then at the end result, it's going to be beautiful and it's yours, right? So that's what the Ten of Wands is saying. Next year, it's something that was really heavy on your shoulders, you were carrying, that next year is flipping around and you get to see the end result of what that was. The end result of why you did that. Okay, this is such a good reading, you guys. I'm so happy because I am also a Libra, so this is making me kind of happy. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards. The Five of Cups. Pay attention to what you have and let go of the things that are just, you are paying so much attention to that just overflows your cup. So don't allow don't live in the past. A lot of this is like nostalgia, like you're looking in the past and you keep thinking about the past. You might be dreaming about the past constantly, getting triggered because of the past constantly. Next year is different. Next year you have I feel like three big things in your life that are going to be happening. This could be pregnancy, new career, new home, new something big, okay, new car, like whatever it is to you. This is a general reading, but it's something big that you're going to be so enthralled with and so hypnotized by it and so focused on, that the past that used to just drain your cups and take more than what even you had to give, and then you had no energy left for yourself. Your past would do that. But next year is different. You have something beautiful to look forward to. You have new things to look forward to. Specifically three, okay? And the negativity that you've experienced in your life, you're going to be able to turn it around. A lot of you guys might be writing books. A lot of you guys might be talking about it more, or sharing it with somebody that you might even save their life. Or even you and your partner might have more deeper communication just because of the way that you have healed. And so I want you guys to give credit to yourself for that. I see Libras are not naturally very blunt with their words and things like that, but I do feel like maybe something had happened where you became very cold and blunt and distant. And a lot of you guys are coming back to your norm. Libras like to balance themselves out. And I feel like a lot of you guys, Libra, whether you were in the submissive end of the extreme or the very aggressive end of the extreme, now you're finding the balance. Like maybe you were like too like, no, boundaries, very aggressive, like very like, look at that piranha, right? I think that's a piranha. But like, look at the teeth. It's crazy, right? So you kind of went into your crazy mode and you went on one end of the extreme because of whatever might have happened to you. But then, on the other hand, a lot of you might have become extremely submissive, where you just kind of didn't speak up your mind and just did everything for everybody else, whatever the case might have been. But 2023, you're really coming into your own skin, like we talked about in the beginning of the reading, and you're creating boundaries where you need to, and you're also laying down your sword, laying down the sharpness where you need to. Okay, now I'm going to get into a love message for you guys, Libras. Ooh, we have 2 cards here. First one that comes up is simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. Okay, Libras, I feel like you have gotten into this routine of maybe neglecting the people you love, or kind of not being able to balance the scales when it comes to work and play, or work and family time, work and me time. I feel like it's been hard for you to juggle those things, and something was definitely draining your energy. But 2023, I feel a lot of you guys spending so much more time with your loved ones and animals, specifically animals. I see a lot of you guys maybe adopting a new animal, spending more time with your current animal, taking care of animals, like, or maybe entering a field with animals. And what it's doing for you, it's healing a lot of things within you, Libra. And so I'm happy that you guys are going that direction. I feel like a lot of you guys might be maybe getting a fish tank, or it's something about like water animal too, like maybe getting like those little hermit crabs or something, like something fun and exciting for you, Libras. You guys always like fun and exciting. You guys are ruled by Venus, and next year you're really gonna bring that out more, where you want more fun and exciting and beauty in your life. The next card that comes up is relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Libras. So Libras, you like to be so understanding, but at the same time, you could be very, very closed off because you kind of go into your own world. And next year, what I see is a lot of your patterns changing. Libras are also very like, you guys can adapt very well to changes. And like, if somebody tells you something, you're so compassionate and understanding that you can listen to other people's point of view without being biased. You guys can listen to other people's point of view. Like, what do I want to say? Libras, say there's a killer. You guys can listen to a killer's point of view and still kind of see the humanity that may still even be within them. Like, you guys just are very compassionate, and you see value and beauty in everybody, no matter what. You know, you guys have that capability to do that. You guys are very forgiving. And I do feel like sometimes people can take advantage of it, but in 2023, you're definitely putting up some boundaries there, and you're speaking about it. So you're going to have a lot of conversations where you're going to be like, hey, you know what? I don't like this. Do you want to stop that? Or, you know, hey, you know, let's just kind of tone that down, or something like that. Like, whatever. It is, but you're speaking up about it a lot more. There's a lot of relationship patterns that I see changing where Libras, I feel like this past year you really had to face yourself. You really looked at yourself in the mirror and you made big changes where a lot of you Libras, I see it's like almost like you were pounding your head on the table crying, and then you thought things would just not get better. But 2023 looks like it looks really good. I'm telling you guys, at December 2023, you come back and look at this reading, and I want you to write it in the comments if you even remember of the things that you're going to experience, because there's a lot. There is adventure here, there's spontaneous trips, there is coming out of your comfort zone, coming out of your bubble. There's really embracing some sort of truth about yourself, and changing a lot of your patterns in your relationship. So that means like any unhealthy, toxic patterns that you may have accumulated while you were trying to survive a traumatic experience in your life, say, right? Those are things you don't need anymore. And 2023, you're really letting that go and you're able to just allow yourself to be free. Libras, you're ruled by Venus, and Venus energy, when you're ruled by it, you just want to be free. You want all your five senses to be free, to feel and experience whatever it needs. And I see it in 2023. Like, look at this rainbow card. Like, these two cards are confirmation enough, right? It's so beautiful. And I feel like you guys are going to be decorating your house, whether you buy a new house or it's your current house, you're decorating it. I see a lot of you guys spending more time like scuba diving, snorkeling, or possibly getting into a career in marine biology or something like an aquarium, or like getting a job at like an aquarium or something like that. I see for a lot of you guys. Another thing I see is lots of fishing trips I see for you guys. You're really connecting with water energy. And because Libra, you guys have been so stuck. You guys are air signs, okay? And you've been so stuck in the air. Like, look, fish don't belong in the air. They belong in the water, right? So you've been stuck somewhere you don't belong for a really long time, and you're finally swimming out of it. And what I see also is the fact that you can also thrive in places that you feel like you don't belong. I see you thriving outside your comfort zone. That's what I kind of mean, is like a lot of you guys think that where you don't belong, but in actuality, it's not somewhere you don't belong. It's just you're outside your comfort zone. And a lot of you guys are really coming out of your comfort zone like a fish coming out of water. Their comfort zone is their water, right? So a lot of you guys are coming out of your comfort zone. That is going to be your reading, Libras. If you guys want to go more in depth, more in detail with me, we can get into career and love and all that stuff. But you can book a reading with me on my Etsy shop or my email down below. With that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing 2023, and I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye.